Hello, everyone. It's Thursday, almost 5 p.m. So it's Instagram Live Day. And today I'm super excited to chat with Peter Triantos. I've been a big fan of his works and super excited to learn more about what he's doing right now, how he's staying positive, how he's staying creative. He's here, so let me add him to the conversation. And everyone for joining this live. I know you're also very excited. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Lisa. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm superb. I'm doing good.
Yeah, let me put the volume a little bit up so I can hear you well. So tell us more. I know a lot of people already know who you are and what you do, but maybe for some listeners who see you for the first time, tell us more about what you do and who you are.
Simply, I'm a Canadian artist, international artist, and a painter. More a painter, more of a painter.
Yeah, and we see your work behind you. One of my favorite
Some of
series
my
of yours.
work around here in my studio, it's like a
Oh,
pretty big
wow.
studio. So my studio is pretty big. I mean, I and I apologize today. I was like running around everywhere, and we set up last second, and I hope you guys could see me clearer because
Yeah, we see you very well.
yes.
So tell us more. Has your practice has changed due to COVID-19, or you're doing the same thing you've done prior?
Absolutely. As an artist, I am like a chameleon, and we're faced with challenges all the time. And, a little bit of depression came early on. I lost quite a few deals or whatever, but painting saved my neck as usual. Once I got into painting, the joy and happiness came, and you know, uh, sales, the art market is so strong and
Yeah,
always strong, and that's really what blows my mind. This pandemic was so and still is scary, yet people are going out to purchase art and asking me. I had to say I couldn't let the people. To be honest with you, that really surprises me. That it really blew my mind that people still looking for art. It's a necessity. It really
mm-hmm.
is a necessity.
And I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, that's that. Listen, I thought maybe the market is going to be shaken,
Mm-hmm.
and because I collect myself, and I'm looking at the sales are still very strong, and if it isn't for art, there's a lot of truth in art. There's a lot of magic in art, and
Absolutely.
a lot of things that you see that you will not see in any other field. I don't believe.
Yeah, and we need to enjoy the place we live in, and with
Yeah.
art, it's possible.
Yes, yes. First, I want to say this, Lisa. Thank you for having me, and
Absolutely, my
I'm
pleasure.
honored. I'm honored. I haven't met you in person, and I know we were in the talks to meet and do some stuff, and soon will happen, right? This thing I think is pretty well, hopefully done. The COVID
Mm-hmm.
thing, I think it is. I think it's somehow some magic immunities because the numbers are going down and people are meeting, but the numbers are going down. Maybe it's the summer weather, like a flu season. So this is a good sign, but we need to, although we had to stay home, we still needed to be active in whatever we're
Absolutely.
doing, creative, stay positive, stay creative. And thank God I was doing that through painting.
And are you more creative in the morning or in the evening?
I'm creative even when I'm creative even when I sleep. I got problems.
Love it.
Sometimes it hits me like you know, some just color or just it's like a meal. You're like going wow. I painted paintings from seeing spinach with beets, green and purple, and I just look for art. Art is love.
Yes,
Art is love. There's nothing else to it. If you don't love it, you don't cherish it.
absolutely.
Money's one thing. Yes, it's important, but art is just is a. My hair stands up talking about it. I love it. I collect a lot, and I think it's just a beautiful thing, and more people and more people should do it. on a regular basis, Lisa. It should be part of therapy.
True, true.
Yeah.
And your practice is very diverse. When you start creating your works, do you have an idea in mind or you're like free painting?
Excellent question. Yeah, I'm diverse in a way that there's no way that I'm going to eat the same thing every day, whether it's green beans or eggs. You want variety. So I offer the jelly bean series. I have the black and white series, splash of color series, so many different series, abstract expressionism, Napa Valley series. Of course, maybe I'm lost and maybe I'm a little child where I don't stick to one thing. I'm working on 600 paintings at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So in my studio, it's like I'm tired of this one. I'm working on another one, and it's fun. It's a lot of work, but it is a lot of fun. And you know the art world
Yes.
yourself. Everybody who's in it is in it and has a joyous time. If you're doing it for monetary value, I would suggest, yes, you can make a lot of money, but you're not gonna, hi Jennifer from Living Luxury and some other thing. What I'm saying is, yes, there's money in art, but it's about love, and everybody who does it loves it. I put paintings in people's houses. I see the joy.
For sure, and I love it. But
Yeah.
being an artist doesn't mean that you just stay in studio and create. You also need to be a businessman. So tell
Well,
us more how you handle that.
yeah, I'm a little bit primitive businessman. I can sell, people like to meet me, and I don't, I don't really care too much about the prices, although our prices have gone up. Thank you to my wife, Serafina, who kind of artists don't know their true value. They just want to make people happy.
Mm-hmm.
So what, Lisa, I'm just happy the guy wants to buy the painting. After a while, you can get, paints are expensive, studios are expensive. If you create the work, there's always a demand. To have the work there is like money in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And I have so many works that I'm working on, and if nobody buys them, it's still fun for me to have them and to look at them. Sometimes you might not even know what you're painting. Many years later, you could see, it's hard for artists to give credit. But to be a businessman, I think all artists, most artists, all of them will be able to put bread on their table. I don't know if they'll put bread and butter, but most of them will put bread, that's for sure. So when I left construction, I'm 60 years old. So when I left construction at 48 and I started to do the art, my dad at the time, he didn't really fear. He said, whatever this guy chooses to do,
Mm-hmm.
he will be able to do it. So I think artists are if there's a lot of young artists that ask me, what are your secrets? Well, there's no secret. There's no special paint that makes you, there's no box that you can buy that makes you money. Is a work and meeting people, connecting with people, getting your name out there. If you're painting and nobody sees it, or you're not painting, but you're saying, one day I'm going to make a masterpiece. Don't just make it. Just make many paintings.
Yeah, I love your passion. And
Yeah.
you've been showing your works in so many exhibitions and different places outside of gallery spaces. But what's your dream project?
I want to put a jelly bean tower here in Canada, in Toronto. We're working on something like that with some developers. Whether it's going to be out of glass or steel, we're
Mm-hmm.
working on that. There's some difficulties with that, with the city kind of, worried about, but I want to get that. And to be honest with you, I am overwhelmed with, how far the art has taken me. I got to be honest, I'm honored. So it's already magical for me. Anything is always gravy, but you want to do more. You don't want to just say, okay, you want to do good things and
Mm-hmm.
teach kids. I've taught a university, like myself, I'm not greatly educated, but I've taught university, private colleges. They come to my studio, and that makes me very happy. I've donated to the Greek consulate from a Greek background. I came here and off the boat 13 days to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And that made me honor, like many things, you know. The business part of it, I think it's more being a real person and talking to people with respect,
Mm-hmm.
and listening. You know, I don't listen a lot. Sorry, I talk a lot, so I apologize. But they know that I truly care, and I wouldn't put a painting in their house if I don't think it works. And many times I went into a house, the guys, I love it. No, it doesn't work here, and I took it back, or they, you know, maybe purchased too many. It's not a
Mm-hmm.
museum. So honesty, and authenticity, being true to yourself. You know, what makes you special as an artist is being real, not trying to
Mm-hmm.
mimic, not trying to please anybody. Then the true character of the artist comes out. I'm not saying I'm there yet. I'm still playing, and I'm having tremendous fun. But the Napa Valley series took me to Napa Valley. I
Yeah.
was in Korea with a stupid dream of me doing jelly beans, and 2 months later, I'm in Korea on a billboard. So I said, "You got to watch where you dream, because make sure that it's good." And things come, you know. And as a curator, you know, you have to have a tremendous love for the game. For it is a game. It's a game. If you go in and you don't see the love, you can never see great works. You can
Absolutely.
never
Totally agree.
see, you know. Me as a collector, I know there is millions and millions of great artists. Everybody's an artist. We're creators. Whoever says that they can't paint,
Mm-hmm.
you know, everybody's a creator, but they're afraid to let go and do, you know.
Yeah, and you start talking a little bit about authenticity and being authentic. Let's talk a
Yes,
little bit about Instagram, because I know you use this very important tool well. Like, you do videos, you do live paintings, you do a lot of things. How
yes.
do you find your market, or do you have a targeted audience that you try to reach on Instagram?
No, absolutely not. I'm not targeting, and I'm a primitive Instagrammer. I do it only by myself. My
Mm-hmm.
gallery doesn't do it. It's just me talking lunacy and straightforward, and we really don't target. I make a painting, and I just rip it out. And usually, I notice that the paintings that I really am true to myself are usually sold in the same minute, second,
Mm-hmm.
because they're truth, you know. And you know, some paintings I've done that are, you know, just crazy, and the energy is there. Like you said, I want that painting, you know. I did one time, just threw some color around, and we called it the tuxedo cat,
Mm-hmm.
because it looked like a cat wearing a tuxedo. And just in 1 second, many times, you know, I want that painting. People feel the energy that's being transferred onto the canvas is is vibrant, is real energy. It's not, I'm
Yes.
fixated on making this perfect for somebody.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And
So
talking about your inspirations, can you name a few artists that you admire and you're inspired by?
I could name you thousands. So it's a problem, because I'm a big collector, and I love, you know, Archipenko. I love Rembrandt. I love, you know, the Impressionists, the Expressionists, Cubists, Picasso. I mean, I love Miro. You know, Jackson Pollock. I mean, there is so many great artists, and you can just grab and make your own meal from, you know, it's like grabbing an orange. You like a banana. It's like going to a buffet,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know, the art world is full of so many great minds. And what is an artist really trying to say? He's trying to say, look at this beauty, what I see, whether it's political or whatever, the story is still about beauty, I think. Even if the painting is tragic, I think they see some beauty in it. It's strange. You know, you look at some painters, very, you know, somber works,
Mm-hmm.
but still there's beauty in that. You know, there's love in that scene, right? If you
Yeah.
kind of know what I mean, I think, or even sometimes when I'm in my worst, not happy, some people say, don't make Peter angry so the energy comes out. And, and it's hard to paint when you're not in a great spirits, but then usually when you paint, it comes out electric. So it's like really very, if you're upset or stuff. So whatever fuels you, whatever is the fuel, Lisa, that I hope I'm answering your questions because I get
Yes, you are. And we have
excitement.
questions actually right now, if you can see it on the screen.
Do you work with apprentices? No. No, I apologize. I don't. I helped people out in the past, and I did a lot of collaborations with upcoming artists, but my studio is my sacred space. A lot of artists ask me, oh, you got a big studio. Why don't you share? Do you share your bed? You cannot really do that with your wife, yes, but the studio is a place where it's a sanctuary for me. I run in here in the morning, no matter if I'm having the worst day. It's a place where, and it's important for an artist to have a studio to go forward. It took me a long time to get, it doesn't come easy. People think that as you get older, you might run into some luck and get things. No, you have to work hard. People say, oh, when I'm your age, I will get a studio too. Not necessarily. You have to work towards it. And, I don't really work with apprentices. No, not at this point. But I have some people that kind of work with me, one or two in the studio, moving canvases and stuff. But nobody touches the canvases yet. So that's short.
And we started talking about art collecting and that you're collecting yourself.
Yes.
Have you had anyone come into your studio asking, like, I want to invest in art and I want to get a return. So can we do something like that with you?
Yeah, I do it many times, but it's not for the right thing, I think you're going to be, I try to say, let me teach you about art, to invest with a passion and love for it, instead of the monetary gains, because, the art market there's a lot of money there, but isn't it best, Lisa, to enjoy?
Yes.
Right?
I also like when people buy something they love, and because they want to put it on their walls. You don't want to put it in your storage.
I say, yeah, but when you become a crazy collector like me, you have to get bigger spaces to hide everything.
Yes.
So that's a problem. But you're right what you said. You hit it right on the nail on the head. I was in Saratoga Springs, and this lady was 2.5 hours coming. I love your painting. I don't know where to get this. I said to her, listen, when I buy a painting, I can't wait to get it home. So if you don't have that kind of passion, maybe the painting's not for you. I want to take it and run home and enjoy it and look at it. So that's the way I like to buy art, with passion and love. Not maybe should I buy it? I don't know. Maybe it's not for you. Like, you want to buy with excitement. I see it from my clients that, I go and hang the paintings, and I see it puts like light into the home, and it brings a good vibe, right? Even during this COVID, I had a few jelly bean commissions not finished. They were saying, Peter, please, we want to get the jelly bean to bring some happiness. And I was like, I have to do this because I have to kind of help, get those paintings. I went there with masks, and I was hanging the paintings, and we're blessed as artists to be able to express what we're expressing. I think it's love.
Yes.
It's it's love for the blue sky, the green grass, whatever it is, whether it's a flower, a yellow flower, a orchid, it's color that moves us, right?
And when you create your works, when do you know when your work is finished?
That's a good question, but listen, let me put it in the simplest form, because I could say stuff that gets me in trouble. But when you finish a great meal, when you're done, it's pretty simple. You lay down the fork and the knife, you say, I had enough. I never finish a painting. you know, they look finished, but they're not. There's always that negative space. There's always, if a painting is finished, it's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Life is
Interesting.
over. It cannot be finished. If it's finished, it's dead. It has to be left. It's a moment in time. You play, and you're out from that moment. I think that's why I have so many unfinished paintings, and fortunately, I'm lucky enough that they sell, and you know, I think even at an early age, I never finished the works. I abandoned them. And I heard another artist talk about that. And Marc Chagall, I read a small writing of his, and he said that, you know, people were looking for the signatures of paintings. How can you know it's the artist? He says, the signature is in the work.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at an artist's work, you know it's his work. If you're looking for signatures, or
Yeah,
piece
it's a
of paper,
signature style,
yeah,
not the writing.
yes, you know, Lisa, listen, you're curating and you're seeing all these great works, right? When you see some great works, they uplift you. Do they not? Do they immediately can energize you from a somber mood into a very beautiful feeling?
Yes.
Correct. So you know.
And the feeling can be different based on the day and your mood. You can look at painting differently every day.
Exactly, and you can have two people or three people looking at the same painting, and you'll get one guy, I hate that. One guy makes me angry. I don't know how I can do that. The anger is within the person, or the joy is in within the it has to be within you, the feelings. Whatever you're getting, the painting is just enhancing that. I think it just brings it out. It's already there, you know.
Beautiful.
You can see what kind of collector is. I mean, how are you getting along now with this COVID yourself? I mean, you're used to seeing galleries and opening, and how are you feeling now?
Now it's like staying home, looking on Instagram. This is the only place where I can look
Oh,
at what
wow.
artists are doing, basically.
Yeah. So let me ask you, so you have to be like a chameleon and come up with new ways, because worst case scenario, things change drastically, and things don't, you have to always recreate yourself. And, you know, that's the beauty. I think the world right now was going too fast, really too fast. And I'm afraid of even going back, because it was going too fast. And if it comes again like that, people have now seen time with the family. And I think they still got to keep that, the 2-3 days a week. High healthy. I'm seeing people. You need to have 2-3 days, 3 days a week with the family.
Absolutely.
I'm working 7 days a week now. If it goes again, I can't do 10. There's only 7 days. So Lisa, you know, I am kind of worried. I was going to Miami next week, Switzerland. Oh, Korea, 2 times Korea. You know, I wanted to say stop it a little bit. You know, as much as I love it, the merry-go-round was going, and I was like, when can I just stop and just look at something and enjoy it? The world is going very fast, and I think this COVID has brought people back. I know my clients said, "Oh, I see my son, I see my daughter, I got to know her again." So that some beauty has come out of this tragic situation.
Love it. And Peter, let's finish by giving one piece of advice to all of the artists who are looking and watching us right now, what they should do to stay creative.
Well, first, in order to stay creative, you need to have a belief in yourself to build a foundation. If you don't have the belief in yourself, nobody's going to do it for you. No great artist was put anywhere by anybody. They can pretend that, oh, he put himself there. Trust me, if there wasn't him or her, there would be somebody else. They work hard. Stay creative. Grab a crayon, paint on a wall, paint on a floor, basement. You don't need, I was painting in crevices. You know, got a big studio now, but I painted in, you know, small pieces of paper as I went to sleep, of myself, self-portraits, and drawing all the time. So I never painted with paints until I was about 32 years old. So I would always draw, and I was a little bit talented as a draftsman. So, but stay, believe in yourself. That's the
Yes,
only thing I can really say. And you know that, Lisa. It looks like you, as a curator, if you don't believe in yourself and you want
absolutely.
a place, who's going to listen and who's going to actually? You have to say exactly what you feel. Me, I ramble a lot, so my wife usually pulls me and says, "Stop," because I drive people crazy. I'm just so excited all the time. So I'm honored that you had me here, Lisa, and I hope to see you again really soon.
Absolutely. I hope when everything gets back to normal, I will be able to visit your studio.
I
You
would
should
love
do
that.
a party for everyone.
Yes, and I would love for you to come and meet Serafina, my wife, and thank you to everybody. David Han, all the way from Korea. I love you guys, and thank you, Lisa. I truly am honored and looking
Absolutely.
forward to
Thank you for
meeting you.
sharing your wisdom today.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Have a good day.
Ciao, bye.
Bye bye. So I want to thank Peter again for doing this interview. I really enjoyed learning a little bit more about him and his practice. And I hope you enjoyed this video and all of my Instagram lives that I'm doing every Thursday. So next week I'll be doing it again. So come and join me with another artist and stay safe, stay positive. You don't need an invitation. You can just click on my photo on my icon at 5 o'clock, and I will be saving this video so you will be able to rewatch it because Peter gave us a lot of great advice. He shared his personal story, how he works, what he creates, how he works with his collectors, how he collects himself. So watch it in my feed. I will be reposting it. So thank you very much again. Have a great day.